All right, guys. Welcome back to another live stream. My name is Marcus. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay, and tonight I'm here to answer you guys' questions about eBay-related topics. Hillary, I don't know what's going on with the camera, buddy, but that thing was just glitching. That's why I'm on the computer screen here. It's a little bit cloudy, a little bit foggy, but the value is still going to be there nonetheless. So I don't know, man. Any suggestions on why it would like be glitching out on me would be extremely helpful. But what's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's sales are going good. I hope Q4 is not kicking everyone's butt like it's doing mine. But first up, OC Sales Online. Hi, I just started watching you a couple days ago, and let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me, please. I just started watching you a couple days ago. Thank you. Can you go over how you got started to resell? What did you do before you became a reseller? Why did you choose clothing to resell? All right, good question. So, before I became a reseller, I used to be the kitchen manager at Golden Corral, which they it was an okay job in the grand scheme of things. For me being a felon, there aren't very many options available to me. So I took the job because my mom worked there. She got me in as a dishwasher, and I just kind of worked my way up the ranks to a salary manager. Um, then COVID happened, and we kind of shut down for a few weeks, and then I got on unemployment, and I started Googling how to make money from home. And reselling popped up amongst other things, but sneaker reselling was what it was. So I started out with reselling hype sneakers. But since I live in the sticks, it's like super hard to get bulk amounts of sneakers, especially like the good ones that are gonna go for a good dollar amount. And I don't have a bot, which is another way to make it happen. And I just didn't want to invest that kind of money into it. So I joined a sneaker reselling group uh on Instagram, and the guy was like an eBay seller. He sold just random, clothing and stuff like that on eBay, and as well as another guy that is actually also a member of the Reseller Nirvana group, and he had been selling thrifted clothing for years on eBay. So he wanted to get into learning how to sell sneakers, and I started sending these guys photos of things that I was finding at the Goodwill. Like, hey, is this a good item? Is that a good item? And they're like, yeah, you might want to look into selling thrifted stuff more than trying to sell shoes. So I immediately became an everything seller, and I got into selling clothing because I wanted to scale my business, and I could find everything, but I couldn't find everything at scale. So I decided to start pouring gas on the clothing niche because I can get clothing by the hundreds. I can't go out and get 100 DVD player VCR combos. I can't go out and get 100 good old school vintage boom boxes, and I like to be niche down. So in order for me to find a category that I could do a lot of listings in with a decent ROI on my small investment that I was trying to make, clothing was it. Uh, so that's the reason why I ran with clothing, and that's pretty much how I got started. And I've only been doing this for going on 2 years total, but I've only been full time for a year, a little over a year now. So that's the gist of it, and that's why I chose clothing, just because I can get it in large amounts. What's up, Miss Q? Nita, what's going on? What's up, Laura? Hillary, what's going on, my friend? Beer Poke Tuber, what's up, my guy? What's up, Tiffany? How you doing? You guys all giving me the wave that I gave in my ASMR video. Sorry the camera isn't working for you. It's not a super nice webcam, so it might be time to ditch it. Hey, I can't complain for free though. You know what I mean? Like it did its due diligence for sure. Jay says, "Hey everybody, hope all is well with everyone. I hope all is well with you too, bro." A Miracle Finds, hello, how are you? Bobby loves the thrift. What's up from Northeast Ohio? What's up from Cape Girardeau? My only two bad days in a while were Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Yeah, Black Friday was pretty horrible for me too. Or Cyber Monday wasn't the greatest either, which is weird because Sunday I had really good day. My sales for Black Friday were total trash. I sold 24 items for like a total of $300, $389 in sales. I turned my sell off Saturday morning, and I only sold 15 items, but I still made the exact same amount of money, $389 that I made on Black Friday. So it's weird. I sold more items but lost money. I turn the sell off. I sell the same dollar amount of items with less items sold. So Sunday I had a really good day though. Sunday I sold, I want to say like 30 items, and had like a $700 day. So that was all right. But now I'm back down to today. I'm only at like 200 some dollars. Let's see. As of right now, I'm at 13 items sold for $212, which is not the greatest. Q4 is still going strong for you. That's what's up, man. Are you niche down, or are you one category, or are you everything? Because everything sellers should be killing it right now. Clothing, not so much. What's up from Sweden again? Liked your ASMR the other day. I'm impressed. I can't be quiet that long. Great work. It really was a matter of convenience for me because I had to get all my items packed and get on the road, and I still wanted to film something because I just went to Nashville, which I mean, you don't know in Sweden where Nashville is, but I went to another state and I had to get a video filmed before I left. What's up, Scott? The video is tanking though. It's like the worst performing video since I gained all the new subscribers. So nobody wants to see that. Washington, the farmer. What's up from Buffalo? Hey, what's going on, Buffalo? Bless up. Yes, you too, my friend. Question: when you create a listing and you are at the shipping section, what do you put in the listing to where you ship things priority once it sells? So it's going to be based on the amount of pounds. If it's over 1 pound, it's okay. So say if it's at 1 pound, you can still ship it first class. If it's 1 pound 1 ounce, you can ship it priority. And you'll just literally go to the section of shipping, and it says there's a little drop down menu, and you could put the weight in there, and then you could pick the shipping option, and it'll give you the option to pick. I guess I could show you. Let me pull up a listing, and then I'll share my screen. But pretty much, you just go to the section and pick what you want. So, okay, let me get back to you guys. I'm going to share the screen. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. So, this is just a hat listing, but I'm going to do it as if it was not first class. So, right here is where the pricing setup is. And then you have the shipping right underneath it. So, this is 8 ounces. I'm going to leave it at 8 ounces just so I don't have to change that back. But then right here, you press these three dots. Now I don't know what listing tool you use or if you're on the phone, but this is how you do it on the computer. So just for kicks and grins, I'll delete the service, and then I'll choose from this drop down menu priority mail. Now you can do expedited shipping, or you can at least offer that on another service because you have the ability to offer more than one shipping service, or you can do priority mail flat rate envelope and just all the other varieties of shipping options that are available. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this back on first class because that's what it is, and then you just press the apply button. I do a flat rate shipping of $5.95 for my first class items. And I'm gonna go back to save as draft because I don't want to edit. I don't want to save any of those changes I made. Hopefully that helps. Let's see what I sold over here. Prana Prana hiking pants. You guys don't know about Prana, it's pretty good. Okay, let's see. Resell the Ride says, thinking about using your foam board idea for a flat lay. How did you attach your material to it? Is it fabric or carpet? So it's a fabric. It's a Sherpa fabric sheet. Like say you wanted to make like a polyester, like fleece or jacket or something. You go to Joann's or any fabric store near you, and you buy this sheet of fabric. I don't recommend doing that. It cost me, I think, $60 after a 40% off discount offered from the store. You can literally go to any like Hobby Lobby or like Walmart and buy a typical throw blanket for like $10, $5, whatever they cost. And I just use clips. So these things, and I just clip the fabric to the board. That's how I did it. Not fancy at all, man. Low cost. Well, at least the clamps are like $1 at Lowe's. But yeah, don't get a expensive fabric sheet. Just get like a throw blanket. I'm only at 2 sales today. I don't understand. I don't know either, man. Honestly, my traffic's down. My conversion rate's kind of the same, but my traffic and my impressions are down. I don't really know, honestly. I'm doing the same thing I always do, so I'm just gonna keep on doing it. Shoes and jeans seller, about 80% shoes, 20% jeans, and some men's shirts here and there. Yeah, shoes are doing good. I've been doing consistent with the shoe sales, but it's just the time of year, man. You know, people want new stuff. People want new, brand new stuff, or they either want, like, used shoes is a good category to be in. I did sell a pair of $100 vintage Red Wing boots this morning. I'm still waiting on the buyer to pay, but you know, can't make everybody pay. Last 2 days just dropped off. Have to see what's going on. It's not you, bro. Nashville Predators have to win tonight, so my bet gets me some money. So yes, I know about Nashville. I don't know who the Nashville Predators are, but I don't watch sports. Quarter 4 is going okay for me. Sneakers are selling good. Clothing is selling. So yeah, sneakers was what I was doing great on last year around this time. Uh, just killing it with sneakers, man. But I was also predominantly selling sneakers, and then I started to try to go full steam ahead on the clothing. So, but I didn't. I did that on the first of the year. I listen on the computer. That helps a lot. Thanks so much. Good deal. KT Treasures, what's going on, guys? 41 here and only 6 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, folks. Hey, appreciate it. I noticed something interesting on the weekend. I listed on Friday morning and didn't get the notifications of listings until Saturday night. That's really weird. Uh, I mean, I've heard that you got to let things index, but not 24 hours or over 24 hours. That's crazy. I haven't noticed that, but I pay attention to my my emails. As soon as I list the items, I get the email that it's live. So I mean, you could also verify by checking the view listing button and see if your listings are live. But that's crazy if it's taking you that long for them to go live. Uh, Yakov, what's going on, man? How you doing? I have had killer sales lately, yeah, but you sell everything, bro. You sell like a lot of high dollar stuff too. I was jealous of your hot hattie strip. Hey, man, that stuff was so fire, dude. I got a picture of it somewhere. Hang on. Let's see if I can pull this up. Figure out how to do this. I never had it though. I had never had it. It was delicious. It was hot though. That was Ray from Nashville Flippers idea. Let's see here. That right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. So fire, man. It was spicy. Pretty spicy, but I had the greens with it. Man, the French fries is okay. They're just basic. But yeah. I had never heard of it. And anybody that's, I mean, a lot of Missouri folks might know what it is. Red Hot Riplets. They're like, I don't know, just a different kind of spicy chip, man. That's what Hattie B's tasted like, with just like a nice seasoning, spicy seasoning on it. Can you explain the new international shipping now that GSP is gone? What's the new preferred shipping called? It's just eBay International Shipping. It's essentially the same as GSP, but it's supposed to be to where, so like with GSP, there was a couple of things that you weren't covered with, but uh, it's essentially the same thing. It's gonna go through shipping headquarters for you. They're going to handle the returns. They're going to handle the customer service. So, say if a buyer doesn't get the item, they're going to take care of that for you because they're the last ones to handle the package. So, it's just essentially the same thing, but I'm thinking there's a benefit for eBay, like to where they're making more money out of it somehow, for them to eliminate the GSP and make this the preferred method. Been really enjoying your day in the life videos. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Uh, Jake better be ready tonight. Hey, Myra, how you doing? He said he can't escape you. I hadn't heard that GSP is gone when that happened. It hasn't. It's not totally gone yet. They are enrolling people little by little. You would know though if they sent. So check your email for international standard delivery, and it'll let you know if you're opted in or not. It's supposed to be a no, like you're not supposed to notice it at all. So I wouldn't really worry too much about it. It's still going to give you the same benefits as the GSP. I could try to pull up the notification about it and see if we can decipher it together. Hang on a second. You guys might have to give me a second to find it. Hmm, I don't see it right off the flip. I don't see it right away, guys. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it and ignore you guys. Live tonight, shipping and putting the screen up for the new setup. Hopefully, computer will be in tomorrow. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Get that set together, bro. I don't really got nothing fancy going on, just my living room. But hey, I'm also an everything seller. Sales have been up some, but I started my YouTube channel recently, and editing has been taking up some of my listing time. Yeah, I've seen you've been posting the links in the Discord. Shameless plug, by the way, if you guys have not joined the Discord yet, there's a couple of members of the Discord in the chat right now. It's free. A lot of information in there. We got a Bolo page. We got to promote your social media page. We got to promote your whatever you're doing page. We got just about everything you could think of page in there. Someone said you can't choose that method from the phone and it's only on desktop. I don't know. I would assume that you should be able to turn it on in the settings and you should just be good to go. But that might be true. I haven't listed an item on the phone in such a long time. I had Thanksgiving dinner leftovers last night and woke up through the night and half of today with gallbladder pain, and I already have gallstones. Dang, girl, that sucks. That takes you down through there, huh? That stuff ain't no joke. I'll be praying for you, buddy. Question: Hi, why do resellers get mad at buyer who decides not to buy an eBay order? eBay should not take down our items until it's paid for. Hold on, hold on. Why do resellers get mad at buyer who decide not to buy an order? eBay should not take down our items until it's paid for. Okay, so I'm going to answer the question from my perspective. I get mad at someone that doesn't buy only because the whole time while you got my item sitting in limbo, somebody else could have bought it. Do I get upset to where I'm like infuriated by it? No, it's aggravating. But at the end of the day, I get like 20 to 30 like a week where people don't pay. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really like I legit have 10 right now waiting for payments. So it doesn't make me lose any sleep. It's just sometimes after I relist the item, it sells immediately. I'm just like, man, I could have been sold that, but eBay should not take it down. Yeah, see, like, let's see. I don't know. Guys can't see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You have to take my word for it. 10 waiting for payment. But I don't know why they take it down right away. It should be like kind of like a setting to where it's live until it's paid for because like, first come, first serve, right? But it is what it is. The thing with international, they bill afterwards for like FedEx. So instead, what's up, Jeff? So yeah, I guess that's different because they were just taking the money out immediately with GSP. So who all is enrolled in the international so far that is aware of it? Because I'm still getting notifications from eBay about global shipping program packages being shipped out. So I'm still in the GSP right now. Discord is fun. Uh-oh. Discord is fun. I need to get on there and interact more. I need to get on there and interact more, but I'm a fairly busy person, guys. Do you list on multiple selling platforms? No, I'm just eBay only. Uh, and it's not that I got any issues with any other platform. It's just eBay has the most traffic next to Amazon, and I can't sell on Amazon because I sell used clothing. So I sell on eBay, and That's just what it is. I used to sell on Poshmark, I used to sell on Macari, and I used to sell on Facebook Marketplace. And eBay was doing better than all of those, combined when I was doing all of them. So I just stopped listing on all of them and started only focusing on eBay. And it turned out, in my opinion, to be the right move. Has anyone tried Whatnot? I'm hesitant in doing it. I applied for Whatnot and they denied me. They said I needed to grow my following and I needed to get more inventory, which whatever. I got 4,000 active listings. Uh, the following, I don't have a big following, so I could see that. But there's people with like 400 subscribers, like with a Whatnot channel. So I don't get it, but it doesn't matter. When someone makes a bid, it should remain live or immediately taking out the money. This limbo is quite annoying, and it doesn't seem like these buyers are penalized for doing this. So it says that they are penalized for it, just as well as they're supposed to be penalized for like if you set an auction and you don't pay. Which I know on when I first got into eBay and I did have an auction. I Not that I ran, but I was applying, or I sent the bid on a pair of Jordans, and I got to looking at them after I put my bid in, and they just were not in good condition to where I wanted to buy them anymore. And I didn't know how to retract the bid, and I ended up winning. Well, I didn't pay, and I kept getting emails about unpaid item case. You know what I mean, from eBay. So I know they at least send you an email, but in the verbiage of it is this may affect your account. It doesn't say that it will or will not. It just says this may affect your account. But I still never paid, and I don't use that account anymore, but at the same time, I don't know if I was to continue using that account, how it would affect it. But ever since then, I don't bid on anything. I don't buy anything on eBay. I only shop on Amazon for real. But I'm not buying anything worthy of being bought on eBay. I'm buying like office supplies, which I guess I could shop on eBay for those too. Let's see. Carlos, what's good, man? How you doing? Also, when you don't pay, you lose your watches on it. On the item that had sold but didn't get paid for? Yeah, that's right. I just, I take it as a loss. If it gained watches once, it'll gain watches again, just like a return. If I sold it once, it'll sell again. If the item's a quality item, you're going to get watches on it anyway. Has anyone experienced fraud issues? So I haven't experienced fraud issues. Well, I did receive a pair of Faded Glory jeans back in place of a pair of Old Navy jeans. I don't actually think it was a fraudulent attempt because what the lady sent me back was worth more than what she got from me. So like I sent her a pair of $8 Old Navy jeans. She sent me back a pair of $20 new with tags Faded Glory jeans. Uh, I don't really think it was a purposeful mistake, or I don't think it was purposeful. I think it was a mistake. But other than that, I received another item back. It was a swimsuit bottom, and the item that I sent was, I believe, it was like a sweater or something. The lady sent me back the swimsuit bottoms. Now I don't know if that was on purpose either, but I just called eBay and I was like, "Hey, I got the wrong item back," and they just refunded the buyer and let me keep the money. So things happen. I assume that if I was selling like iPhones or like electronics, video games and stuff like that, I'd probably experience more fraud, which is one of the reasons why I don't sell in those categories. But it's definitely some scammers out there. So, just practice caution with, what you're selling. And if you can't afford to take a lick on it, then you probably shouldn't be selling it. Or do enough volume to where your sales do eat those types of situations up and you're still profitable. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. So yeah, I know Daily Refinement received a rock in place of I don't know what he sold. I really can't remember what it was, but he received a rock back, and then he auctioned the rock off on Whatnot, and I think he sold it for like $100. So he turned a loss into a win anyway. But yeah, I don't have a following or whatnot to auction off my Faded Glory jeans at. How often How often do you go out to look for inventory? So for me, I do sourcing 1 day a week. I go to the Goodwill bins on Monday. I travel 2 hours away to get there, and I travel 2 hours back. Obviously, I stay all day, so I do my best to get the whole week's worth of listings in one day, which right now is up to 275 because I'm doing 55 listings a day. Let me verify the math on that because this is a fairly new listing goal. I literally just started doing this last week. That ain't right. Yeah, 275. So, uh, yeah, so that's my method of doing it. It's been working out so far. And now, if I do go up there and I don't get all the items I need, I was able to pick up, the remainder at yard sales. But with it being cold outside now, here in Missouri, we don't have any more yard sales, at least that I know of. I haven't looked, but if I don't hit the mark, I'll just have to go thrift them at the thrift store, or either just get back out on the road and drive back to the bins on another day, which is probably more likely what I'll do because thrift store prices are ridiculous. Only daily refinement could get $100 for a rock. Yeah, I know, right? Uh, I've done several whatnot auctions, but don't have a big social media following. It's hard to make a profit selling on there without it. If it wasn't fun, I'd quit doing it. LOL. Yeah, so that's one of the things I've noticed. If you are going to start selling on whatnot without a following, it takes a couple of low dollar sales to get your following built up. And once you start gaining a following, or at least gain a reputation in the niche you're selling in, you'll be able to attract more buyers. But just getting started off, it's going to take you a little bit of, I'm not going to say losses, but really, really low profits in order to make it worthwhile. Which is another reason why I put off reapplying for my whatnot account, because I really don't have the time as it is to be standing in front of a camera trying to stream and sell stuff on top of listing 55 a day and doing YouTube and doing everything else that I do and still trying to have some type of a life. So uh, if if something opens up, so to speak, or if like I find some more time somewhere or I get even more faster at listing, then maybe I'll consider it. But right now, eBay is just gonna have to do. You know what I mean? But there's people like Flip the World and like Harry Tornado. They're doing like straight from the thrift right onto whatnot, and that's a great method and all. But at the same time, they're not making very much money. So like, $50 for like 2 hours is decent money in the grand scheme of things. $25 an hour is not nothing to frown at. But I don't really know if that's what my business model can do at least not at the time, because I'm not finding at my bins, I'm not finding the good quality of stuff. Like when I went to Nashville, they cycled out the rows in the bins. My bins does not do that. What you see is what you get, and they don't refill it the whole time they're open. So uh, if I'm going to auction off all the good items on whatnot, that's not going to leave me anything worthwhile to throw up on eBay. So I kind of don't uh, rock with that method for myself at least. Is whatnot good for buying a resale? Yeah, absolutely. You got to factor in the fact that you're going to pay shipping on items, so you might want to be mindful of to pick items that are going to be worth the item cost plus the shipping cost. I know the shipping has went up a little bit. It used to be super cheap. Like you can add a second item for $1, so like it was great to do bundles on there. But yeah, as long as you're buying items that's got a lot of profit, left over, a lot of meat on the bones, I would definitely recommend sourcing, especially like vintage stuff on there, or like sneakers. It's going to be a little bit more worth it than like, it's, in my opinion, it's like going to the thrift store nowadays. So it is hard on whatnot if you don't have the social media following. Exactly. Oh, they get paid to be on there, I bet, or have been paid. Flip the World sponsored. And I don't know if he's sponsored overall, but I know he's done some sponsorship work with them. And I know Daily Refinement is sponsored on there, and Harry Tornado sponsored on there. Daily Refinement's got like exclusive contracts with them to where he can't like go on Poshmark uh, live if he does start selling on Poshmark, which he's talking about doing this week. He's going to start his Poshmark account. But he won't be able to use the live feature since he signed a contract with whatnot. I've tried selling all sorts of stuff on whatnot, but it's definitely not the way to go. Having a niche first is probably the best method before trying other stuff. One of the things I heard about Whatnot is if you do sell in each niche that you sell in, make each stream uh, based around a certain niche for that day. So if you're going to sell men's clothes, sell men's clothes. If you're going to sell women's clothes, sell women's clothes. If you're going to sell vintage tees, sell vintage tees, and then like just promote the auction for a couple days before, just to give your followers and people that might stumble upon you on social media to, you know, put the word out, and that way they'll know that on this day he's selling what I like to buy. Instead of randomly, I'm coming on looking for men's jeans and all you're selling is women's clothes that day, and I don't know because I just know that you just get on here and start selling stuff. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why I don't personally shop on Whatnot, because I'd rather not just sit there and like wait for something I'm interested in to pop up. I'd rather just go look directly for it. I've heard several other YouTubers source from Whatnot for reselling, so there's profit to be made. Absolutely. Let's see. Agree. Yep, yep. It's another reseller who goes to the thrift and goes live on Whatnot. He picks items, has the viewers the what bid the what sells he purchased. It's a good idea, but I don't have time for that. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I don't have time for it. I mean, I guess I could make an extra day out of it, but I'm already doing better listing the items on eBay than I would on Whatnot, so I just don't even bother with it. Shameless plug, I'm doing a hat auction on Sunday. We have way too many hats, so it could be a good way for other resellers to pick up some cheap inventory. There you go. If you guys are on Whatnot, follow Reseller Ride on Sunday hat auction. Bada bing, bada boom. It is like QVC. It's like QVC for all demographics. But you never know what you're going to get with Whatnot unless like you do the buy it now option where like they preload the items and you can see like what's coming up. um that's a way to do it, but as I said, I'm not well versed with Whatnot. I got on there and I've followed Tech and Sports, and I followed Daily Refinement, and I've watched a few of their streams. I've also dabbled in a few of the other like lower guys streams just to get a feel for it, and try to plot out how I would have to run Whatnot. And really, I'm gonna have to buy stuff from the bins for $2, which is it's $1.89 a pound. So the items don't actually end up being $2, but for me to be able to make any profit off of it, I'd have to start my auctions out at $3, and then it'd be a grind. I'd have to sell hundreds of items during the stream just to even make it worth my time. Then I'd have to spend several hours packing all these items. It already takes me 2 hours to pack 60 items. So if I'm selling hundreds, I'm going to spend 4 or 5 hours packing Whatnot orders, then trying to do listings on top of that. And it just, at this time, it's not feasible for me to be trying to take it on. But maybe one day in the future, if I can hire an employee to do it for me, possibly. What's up, Devin? How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming and kicking it. But let me know what you guys' experience with it is. I know a few of you guys have voiced already that it's a grind. Um, Let me know. Somebody sent an offer, $20. Yeah, I'll take that. Uh, let's see. I picked this up at the bins last week. It's just a vintage pullover. Um, I didn't see any high dollar sales comps for it. Like the one that I did see that matched the exact one, I think was a $25 sell. So $20 is okay with me. Plus, man, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, I haven't sold a lot today. So I need all the sales I can get. I got goals. What do you guys do in that situation? As the days progress and I haven't reached my daily goal that I need to make, which right now my goal is to go for $500 a day, which since I'm operating at like a 48% selling cost, so like 52% profit margin, that's about a little over $250 a day that I put in my pocket. Uh, I only need to make like $81 a day to pay for all my expenses. So $81 a day for each 30 days uh, gives me my total um, nugget that I need for the whole month. So 250 is just extra, you know what I mean? So that way, if some days I don't make it, I'm covered. If that makes sense with you guys. But so today I'm not even halfway there yet, but technically I've already reached the mark of the daily dollar amount that I need to survive. I haven't reached the imaginary guideline that I've set just to be on the safe side. Let's see. My friend I met online goes to the same bins you do. Always shows me his pickups. It's insane. The bins over here in LA never have that type of quality from what I've found. We'll see what I've seen on online on YouTube. The bins in LA is crazy competitive, and there's like clicks that go in there only looking for bangers. So, I would imagine it's a lot more difficult in a place where they bring the rows out, right? And then everyone just attacks the new rows. Like the analogy that I use is brand new newborn pups, and they're all trying to get to their mother, the teat or the tit, whatever it's called. And they're all trying to get one. So when she's ran out of nipples for her babies to get to, there's the runt that's running around the seams trying to squeeze in. That's how it is at the bins. when the perimeter of the bins is all covered and there's no way for you to get in. Everyone in front of you is getting all the milk, so there's nothing left for the runts, right? So that's why I like my bins. They bring out the bins are chock full when you get there. uh, if you don't find really cool stuff within the first 20 minutes, usually you're not going to strike, you're not going to hit a grand slam. You're maybe a base hit. But for me, I find most of my stuff after the vintage guys are gone because they only spend like 15 minutes looking, and then they go in the corner, they show all their friends their cool stuff, and then they leave. I dig to the bottom of every bin and I go through pretty much every piece of clothing that's in there. And I find a lot of stuff that they just pass right over because it didn't look at first glance like a vintage grill, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. You just gotta stick with it. Be more thorough with your looking and get your brand knowledge up. Uh, yeah, trash to cash, Mike. It's cutthroat out there, bro. Yep, that's what it's like. But also the gang don't take too kindly to outsiders in SoCal. Yeah, they don't take too kindly to outsiders anywhere. My girl and I just went to Nashville to the Benz, and we went to the same Benz location twice, and it, we went 2 days in a row, and like you could tell all the normal people that went there, despite the fact that we went 2 days in a row and we saw the same people in there, like they're all standing over in the corner, like clicked up with their squads that they came there with. And I'm talking about them little old ladies and them little short Mexican ladies with elbowing the crap out of me. And like they get down, man, for real. Like they are not playing about that. That's how they make their money. So they don't want no new person coming up in there. And they didn't allow filming in there, but I did take pictures of what it looks like in there. I think I can show the picture. Let's see here. I'm gonna show you guys. Hang on. This is one side right here. This is one side, and then I don't know if you guys can see the other side. Yeah, that's the other side. And then so it doesn't look very big, but that wall goes back pretty far. So, and then this is the outside. Hang on. How do I do this? I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. Anyway, I can't figure it out. Sorry, guys. Uh, so yeah, they definitely were not playing in there, but it was cool. The only thing I didn't like about those bins is it's gaylords instead of being on the big flat blue tables. Um, it's much more spread out in that. Whereas in those bins, there was three people like trying to cram themselves halfway into the Gaylord, and then you got me just trying to like bend over into the top of it, and then people are all the way down to the bottom, and it just it took some getting used to. I had to formulate a strategy of learning how to pick through them, and it was different than the strategy that I use in the bins that I go to. So I was able to do a lot better the second day I was there. I got over 100 pieces, which the first day I only got about 50 items. So still did all right, but I stayed there for hours to get that many pieces, like legit from 8, 9 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night. So it was a hustle. It was definitely a grind that I'm not used to. I'm used to being able to get to my bins and get 150 pieces in 3 hours, and then 115 to 130 pieces an hour, or not an hour, in a 3 hour period, and then they close for 3 hours, open back up for another 3 hours, and I get the rest of my pieces that I need. Uh, I need to get to the bins. I have St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Gary close by. Indianapolis has 4 bin stores. You have to come back with something. I need to go there next. Indianapolis, that's not too far out of the way. I have heard that Gary, Indiana's got an extremely large amount of clothes, and I googled it, and I looked on the images on Google, and they do have bins that are piled pretty high, full of clothing in the photos on Google. So that does give me hope. But there's a guy Tim that goes to the bins in St. Louis, and he said that Gary's crazy, filled with clothes. There's also a lady in the Reseller Nirvana group that says Gary's filled with clothes. So maybe I'll hit that up soon. Maybe the next vacation I go on will be in Indianapolis, though, since there's 4 bins there. Scott says at my bins, it's the old ladies that are fighting and acting crazy. Yeah, them old ladies get down, man. They ain't playing. What is the lowest number of items to put out every day to have a good flow of views and buys? After a heart attack, I'm a bit slow working. So I would say 5 a day is pretty standard for, like, a safe amount of listings. You can do pretty good at 5 a day, especially if they're 5 high dollar items a day, to where you're not hurting for cash necessarily. You're not going to make like a full time income with it, but if you want to list like 10 a day, that's obviously much more better. But how many are you listing now? And how difficult is it to reach that amount of listings that you're doing on a daily basis? The Benz in Oklahoma City is small. I wish they opened a second location. It would be nice if they reinstate the nobody under 15-year-old rule. Too many little kids running around. It's like that everywhere. It's like that everywhere. Like, legit babies are running around my Benz store, and they're like, "Did someone lose a kid?" Like, for real. Like, you guys need to get your kids. And it's sad, but I don't have kids, so I can't really say what I would do in that situation. But I kind of just feel like I wouldn't be doing what they're doing. What's up, Steve? How you doing, bro? Just don't go to North Carolina, bro. I will drop kick you. uh, you know, uh, Maybe if I come there, you could, just show me the ropes, man. Show me around. I won't necessarily do my best to outpick you, but you know, stay away from the foot though. I ain't trying to get a foot to the face. Let's see. Prices went up at the bench. Yeah, they did. $1.89 is still profitable enough though, in my opinion, because now Nashville was $1.49 per pound, but like Texas, Houston, it's $2.19 a pound unless you buy 50 pounds and up, then it goes down to $1.89. So I was still profitable off all the stuff I bought from Houston. So, you know, it's definitely still money to be made, even with the buy cost being $1.89 a pound there at the bins on Monday. Well, yesterday when I went to the bins, out of the 230 something items I got, after I averaged the buy cost down, I paid $1.62 per item, so that's still pretty freaking good. Them Gaylords are deep, yes they are, bro. Especially when you got like clothing and you're piling it on top, like of the Gaylords, and then it just falls right back down into the bin that you just dug into. Instead of throwing it aside, you kind of pile it high and it just collapses on you at a certain height. It's pretty annoying. I watched 2 guys argue over a Kobe jersey at Goodwill. One got escorted out. So Jeff Tornado Alley Collectibles, that he was in the chat earlier. He said they do a coin toss at his bins. If 2 people are fighting over an item, you have to call a manager and they do a coin toss, legit like 2-year-olds, and you pick a side and whoever wins wins. That's crazy. At our Rochester bins, we don't have that black floor scale. Ours is a table scale next to the cashier. So we have the table scale at ours as well, but we also have the cart scale where you push your cart up on, and that's what I use because I'm always buying like 70 pounds of clothes. 6 foot piles of clothes worth a trip and a hotel overnight. Okay, and that's where. And I know and Gary, the bins that I saw were pretty high. Okay, yeah, Gary. Uh Yo, Gary locked us down pretending a kid was missing just to see how they handle handle it with everybody was justifiably concerned. That's so crazy that they would do that just to see how people would handle it. But at my bins though, the fire alarm will go off and people would just stand there picking like ain't nothing even happening. Like our lives are not in danger right now. I don't think it's a safe environment for kids. One of these days, a kid will get hurt and they're going to get hit with a lawsuit. Yeah, I think it would still be on the parent. I'm sure there's some type of posting somewhere or some type of verbiage somewhere that you're supposed to watch your kids in there. So technically they've done their part. Mine went from 88 cents to $1.69 per pound. Hold up, at one time, you would think they would get like an incremental increase, man. That seems double the price instantly. That's a big whop over the head, man, for real. I do 5 to 6 listings a day right now. Just started. Have like 100 plus items out now. I'm not doing it to make money, really. I'm a workaholic, so I need something to do, and I like it. Okay, well, 5 to 6 is safe. How many are you selling a day? I would just keep doing the 5 or 6 and just grow your store slowly and safely, especially since you're not doing it for money. So, hey, John, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well, my guy. I thought I was in great shape until I started hitting the bins. I wouldn't start taking pre-workout before I go to war. I legit drink pre-workout. I buy it at the gas station. The C4 that's got like L-carnitine and like caffeine in it. I go in there like face itching and numbed up like pre-workout gets you. And it's like legit kicks me into high gear and I go in there and get it in. My Fitbit starts telling me that I'm in the zone. Like when your heartbeat gets up to a certain rate, you start burning what they call zone points. And the more active your heartbeat is, the more points you burn, which means obviously the more calories you're burning. And on a binge day, I'll burn like 3,000 calories just while I'm at the bins, just going through the. They don't let kids in our binge. Yeah, you guys are lucky then, because I'm talking about it's monotony. Like little kids are throwing toys and it's like hitting patrons, or like they're climbing underneath the bins to play with their little brother or sister, and like next thing you know, you got a kid crawling out between your legs. Like, what happened? What was that? It legit doubled in one day. That's crazy, bro. How's the fam? Are you talking to me? My fam's good. My brother's doing well. My mom's doing well. My girl's she's sick, but other than that, man, everything's going well. There is a Benz in Georgia that have a large poster on the wall that says, "We are not responsible for injuries or lost stolen items. They are not playing around." So I thought there weren't any Benz in Georgia. There's a girl that we met at the Benz in Nashville. She says she drives from Georgia because the ones there got shut down. So I don't know, what part of Georgia are you talking about? Because she said she drove 4 hours to Nashville. She'll get an apartment. She'll get a hotel room and stay, and then she'll get all her items and then go back. Just getting ready for competition season. How's everyone there? Okay, so yeah, he was talking to you. I remember watching a vid from Pallet Jack, and it was a kid that got sick in a bin. I wear gloves thrifting now, but kids so be on one in the thrift. It's the remix. It's the remix to Walmart. Man, it's crazy in there. I don't wear gloves, but I think maybe that's why my girl got sick this last go round. People was in there coughing and hacking up lungs and everything, but I don't know. I try to not like touch my face or anything while I'm in there, which it's kind of difficult to not touch your face. So I just use my sleeve a lot and like wipe my face with my sleeve or scratch my nose or whatever it is I need to. There's a Goodwill outlet in Savannah. Okay, so I don't remember what part she said she was in, but she's definitely driving 4 hours away to Nashville because I guess it's closer to do that than go to Savannah. But yeah, um, for me, it's just the best way for me to source because in my area, there's not a lot of thrift stores. And then the ones that are here, there's either not a large selection or what they do have is priced up pretty high to where it just doesn't make much sense for me to do that as a business model, especially listing 275 items a week. It's just ridiculous because you got to think if that's $10 an item, that's 2,750 or 700 $2,700 that I'm spending on inventory. And that's just ridiculous. When right now I'm only spending about $300-400 for that much inventory. So I try to keep it down, the cost down as low as I can. What's up, Ed? How you doing, bro? How are sales going for you? Oh, C4. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what I'm taking. I ran 2 miles on that stuff like an idiot. Was lifting beforehand and had to stop and sit down because my heart was going so fast. Never did that again. And I'll drink like two of those a day when I go up there. And that's on drinking coffee too. So I got to get in there, man. My watch says that I'm swimming because I'm picking so many items so quick. It says that I'm swimming. I'm like, I'm definitely not swimming, bro. But hey, whatever. Uh, it helps me. It helps me focus. So that way, like, I can look at the items in like laser precision. You know what I mean? Like I can see through items and know what's underneath it because I got superhuman strength from the C4. Yeah, swimming. But it's never told me that I was running when I was walking, so I guess I ain't doing nothing special on any other day. I gotta drink pre-workout when I list. Maybe it'll make me faster at taking photos and listing. But right now, man, I'm trying to get my listing process, not my listing process. Listing has gotten a lot faster since I've slimmed down the items I pick in the categories I do sell. And so like although I'll sell women's tops, instead of just like picking up women's t-shirts, I'm picking up like women's blouses and things like with different sleeves and necklines and stuff like that I don't know about. So I got to do research on it. And then when I go to like list a similar item and I sell similar off current listings that I have, um, I got to go and change a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been narrowing down the amount of things that I pick up. So like I literally don't have to change very much in a listing when I sell similar. So it makes it a lot quicker to list things. Sales were low. Sadly, a lot of unfortunate events happened to me recently, so I had to stop the reselling for a few days. But I fixed it, so started to hit reselling hard again. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that, man, but I'm glad to know things have worked out and back to normal. Hopefully you crush it, bro. Does your girlfriend have her own eBay store? Does she sell the same items as you? Yeah, she's still an everything seller, but she does sell predominantly clothing. And I think that's just because we both go to the bins and she'll pick up things at yard sales that I don't pick up, but she also picks up things to get a higher. She doesn't do volume like I do. She does like high cost, like she'll try to get the most out of her items. Whereas like someone will send me a $20 offer on a $25 offer, I accept that. Usually she's gonna like think twice about, do I accept this $25 $20 offer on a $5 item? Or like if it's $10 less, she's not gonna take that. But me, I'll take that all day long. You know what I mean? Like which she's got like 72 items listed. So she kind of wants all of her money, which I don't blame her. There's nothing wrong with that. But she does sell some of everything, um, but mainly clothing. And I don't think she likes selling clothing. It's just a matter of that's what she can get the most of as well. If she could find 72 shoes, she would buy all shoes and would leave clothes alone. All right, John. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. So proud of your progress. Keep grinding. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support, bro. Have a good night. When you have a live, be Derek and Jazz be right behind you. What they go live after I do? Or they do a video after I do. I know they usually do a live premiere. Um, but yeah. Let's see. Dinner finally done cooking. Took a lot longer to ship, so got a later start, but a lot of shipping, higher sales. So not complaining. Hey, that's what's up. Glad to hear that. Um, Today ain't been the busiest days for me, but I'm just thankful to still be selling anything. Here I am being consistent, listing away while listening to Marcus. Then I got hit with that. You have reached your listing limit. Looks like I gotta wait for a new month. I'm only at 200 listings. So it's the thing, right? You got 2 days left. Why not just pay the, what is it, 25, 30 cents? Uh, you know, might as well, you know what I mean? Like, are the items are the items going to sell for more than 30 cents? Because if so, you might as well just pay a few dollars in listing fees to list more items. Or you might want to think about upgrading to a what is it, a basic store. So, just a consideration. That's when I got another when I went from whatever the first amount of listings they give you, that's when I got my first store subscription, was when I had to start paying for listings. I was like, this makes no sense for me to be paying 30 cents for a listing when I could just buy a store subscription and get not unlimited, but 250 free listings a month. So that's when I upgraded. Uh let's see here. List Perfectly is going live tonight at 9:30 for listing party. Where are they going live at? On YouTube? You and your girlfriend ever visit Orlando? Bring an extra suitcase. There are bins piled with clothes that people don't even touch. Every day except Sunday, they change the bins out pretty often. So from what I heard, Orlando, Florida, the whole state is locked by Tech and Sports. So he's got people that work the whole state for him. So for you to say that the bins are untouched really kind of shocks me, because I know he's got people traveling throughout the whole state, and it all ends up in South Florida where he's at. So maybe I will have some luck there. Who knows? I know that Drew Profit Monsters, he's in Orlando. I think Dylan with Dalton's in Orlando area too, but they mainly hit the flea market, so they're not going to the bins. What we got going on here? All right. I literally can't list anymore. It says I need to request for a higher limit. Do that, and they will pretty much guarantee give you your listing increase. They never denied me of one, especially if you got sales under your belt. Yeah, ATL Flipper's got a premiere coming in a little bit. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the notification. No, it's on List Perfectly. Yeah, I don't rock with List Perfectly. I don't have anything against them, but I'm just not gonna. I don't use it, so I'm not going to watch their live stream. You can request a limit. Yep. Let's see, bro. You said how slow it was for you to tell today. Your phone's going crazy. It's only because I'm live. As soon as I get off the live, it's gonna go back dead. I can't wait until I get sales like that throughout the days. Very specific. Or very sporadic. I have been pushing sales to get old inventory out. So that's what happened to me over Black Friday. I did a 40% off sale of all my old stuff, like anything that I've had for about a year, and then a 30% off sale for all the rest of the inventory. And I legit was losing money. Like I said, I sold 20 something items and only made $389. Like, that's not a lot. Uh, so I turned the sale off and went back to the 22% off sale that I offer, and I made the same amount of money selling 15 items. So, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you just take the L's and you celebrate on the good days to make up for the bad days. With me increasing my listings to 35 a day. I mean, like, the store's grown, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm at 4,100 items listed, and my goal was only to hit 3,000 active listings for the year. So I've already surpassed that by 1,000 listings. So, the store is growing, but as the store grows, I'll start making more and more sales. Right now, the best thing that I can do to get sales going is price cheap. Don't pick up things that aren't gonna sell quickly, or just pretty much run a good sell, promote the items. Pick up in demand items. Like, buying shorts right now is going to be like the most smart business move to make, but you know things will sell still. If someone can help me set up my eBay store, let me know. uh well, that's kind of a broad request. But what you can do is you can join the Discord. There's a link or first line in the description, and someone in the Discord will help you with walking you through setting up your store for sure. It's pretty simple. 4,100 listings. Wow, I'm at 650 and just trying to survive Q4 to list more. So that's a dangerous place to be in. Uh, Only because if you need if you need the listings to sell to be able to grow more, uh, then it's like, man, you're always like living for the next sale. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Like I pay my bills off selling inventory on eBay, but at the same time, since my stuff's so cheap, and it doesn't require a lot of capital to get a lot of items, it's not hard for me to grow. You know what I mean? So like if I was going to the thrift, yeah, it would be a lot more difficult because I would never, well, not never, but at the point that I'm at right now, I can't afford 275 items a week from the thrift store unless I'm getting all dollar deals. You know what I mean? Like it's just not it's not financially feasible for me right now to do it that way and still be able to pay my bills at the current rate that I'm at. Now fast forward to this time next year, yeah, probably no problem. You know what I mean? But as of right now, the Benz is the model for me to go to. What's up, Craig? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming in. The live is actually over with now, but yeah, guys, appreciate everyone that has come to hang out, ask questions. Uh, let's see what you said. I just mean I'm selling so much right now. I can't really grow. It's part time for me, but I want to be full time in a couple years. I want to hit 800 listings next year. Oh, well, that's a good problem to have, man. Selling so much stuff you can't grow. However, if you always are selling more stuff than your listing, your store will always shrink. And the bigger the store is, the more items you'll sell, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. But hey, that's a good problem to have, man. Uh, hey, Marcus, your advice to listing 20 per day as opposed to 30 is working. Thank you. Hey, you ain't missing no days now, huh? That's what's up. Glad it worked. Great questions tonight, everyone. Have a great night, y'all. True. Yeah, thanks everybody. If you're catching this on the replay, consider hitting the like button and the thumbs up, not thumbs up, but the sub button. Join the Discord, link in the description, and catch me here next Tuesday for another live stream. This week on Thursday, we will be doing the Good Pickings podcast on my channel. So catch me and Good Game Grabs here at 7 p.m. on Thursday. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Leave any comments you have that you didn't get to ask in the comments